Greetings, gnomes and nomads. Welcome back to Castlegoat and an attack by those infernal Mants. Now, we have expanded our trap area just a little bit. We've got 3 spike traps here and all 3 have triggered. Blade traps. Let's have a look at you. You've got an injured abdomen. We've got spike traps behind these 2 doors, so I'm hoping that the Mants are going to get hurt a little bit. Now, the bell should be rung any moment. I've already told everyone to get ready. There we go. And I'm going to tell these guys to go back, the gory knitters to go back to training, just so I don't forget afterwards. I did forget for a little while with the watchful fortifications, or the watched fortifications. Now, let's have a quick... Oh, there's going to be too many of you ready to see. But the spikes have triggered at the very least, so hopefully a couple of them will be feeling a little bit worse for wear. Now, everyone should be getting equipped, and our... military will be engaging in just a moment. There we go. Once everyone has stopped spotting all of the bloody Mants, I really wish that once it had let you know, it would stop updating you every single time a new Mant was spotted. But we should be able to just tell everyone now to wade in there and engage the enemy. We have an awful lot of Mants though. My goodness, there are a lot of them. I'm not liking this too much. Let's see. Hopefully our militia will get here quickly. Alright, we've got 1 Mant down, I believe. Right, how many were there? Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 Mants, okay. I thought there was more than that, but clearly not. Oh, dear me. Ashto is bleeding. Right, well, hopefully Ashto will get to a... There we go, good. Managed to get to a crate of bandages quickly. Oh, where are you going? Oh, he must have dropped his weapon down there, so he's going to pick up another one. I can only imagine. No? Going to have a bit of a eat? I have no idea. I think he did go to pick up a weapon, but for some reason he was up in the dining room. But he should be back soon. And, oh, blood again. I can hear more blood. No, that still adds those blood. Not sure. We'll see now. If anyone makes a move for the crate there. No, it doesn't look like it yet. How's everyone doing? Oh, the Mants are going down quickly now. We have killed 6 of them so far, so that leaves only 4. Unless I miscounted. Oh, another 2 are down. Is that right? Yep, so we're down to just 2 more Mants. I doubt they're going to last very long at all. Nope, there we go. Oh! Okay, what on earth were you doing out there? How about... No? Please? I don't know what it is with the Mants lately. They've not been attacking in a group, which is a little bit of a concern. How are you doing, Bomberito? You're in good health. Well, that's good to know. Oh, dear. Who just got hurt? Someone got hurt. Revocane! Oh, Revocane, you fool! What's happening? No! Oh, bleeding from his right leg, not missing his right leg. I was very concerned. Very concerned indeed. Well, everyone just please wade in there and kill it before it harms any more of our gnomes. I would really appreciate that. Are we safe? Is everyone okay? Let's have a check. Kingdom. Okay, it doesn't look like... or population. Have we got any injured? No. Military. Any more enemies? No. Okay, well, I think we're alright then. That was a little bit frightening, especially when Revocane waded in there and then got beaten up, but on the whole, it could have been far, far worse, considering. Now, let's get everyone to stand down and go ahead and ring this bell. As you can see, we have increased the value of the Great Hall by about 20k, which is, 20k, sorry, about 2k. Which is quite nice, all things considered. We are working on the central table area. These are going to be birch tables with orange wood chairs. And as you can see over here and over here, I've decided to expand the areas where I'm going to have the silver mirror walls. I decided that rather than expand out from these sides, if I want to expand in those directions, I can just expand out from this area, because there are doors down here, and I can just have corridors leading up there. But I don't really want to build out on this level. I'd much rather build up, because if I start building out anyway, it's just going to discourage me from making the towers that we were planning on right at the beginning. So I'd much rather focus on that rather than expanding out and using all of the space on one level. Now, with that said, I need 4 more. Well, actually, I've got this set up to make a couple of statues. There we are, copper statues. I could get those placed for now. Let's go ahead and place those down. Now, I will be replacing them with much more expensive statues in time, but for the time being, we'll just get some copper ones in there. So one there, and the same over here. I might not replace them though, to be perfectly honest. It'll be nice to have lots of different colours. Oh, well, I say lots of different colours. I'm avoiding using too many, at least in the stonework, but different coloured statues I think adds something to it, as long as there's a sort of pattern to it, if you like. For example, down here, malachite statues facing off against each other. Silver statues eventually, when we can replace those facing off each other. Copper, bronze. I like that kind of pattern work, though. That said, these copper statues are rather bright. I'm not sure I quite like that, if I'm perfectly honest. But I may go ahead and just swap those out for something else. But then again, gold statues might be even worse, so we're going to have to have a look at that. But for now, let's see. That's 29,000. That is not bad at all. How much are these worth? Copper statue. Worth 1,000 each. My god. Okay, that one's worth 500. So that was a regular one then, I guess. Is this a particularly good one? It doesn't say, but it's worth 1,000. I don't quite understand, but alright. Actually, that said, I believe I read on the forums that items made from slivers, that is, a bar of metal made from a sliver, is inherently more valuable than a bar of metal made from a chunk of ore. Maybe that value is passed along then to anything made from them, which would explain why that, which appears to be just a regular copper statue, is twice as valuable as this regular copper statue. I may have to look into that to find out, but for now, I'm happy to just line the walls. Oh, we also need to build these doors again. Don't want any goblins just walking straight in. There, there, and there. Not particularly useful against Mants still, but then I wasn't really expecting it to suddenly become more useful against them. We've got this room finished. I am waiting for the bags to be made, and I'll also need bags there as well, but for now I just want somewhere to put the saplings. This area here, I will probably have statues just for the sake of it, and the stairs going up into the area above. Now, I'm not completely certain how I'm going to set that up. Well, the wall is one tile back from this edge. Actually, no, that would work. That will work fine. So we'll have the stairs just going straight up there. Or... No, wait. If I have the stairs going up into this wall, then the first place you would need to stand is literally above, on the floor above that wall. Though that still might work out, as long as I have the wall of this building flush with the supports there, so they would literally be backing right out. I may have to review that later and just see how it looks, but I've also finished this wall there, so it's time now to start building out the next part of the block wall. Let's get you going all the way down there. Fantastic. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to... Oh, actually, no, I've already marked it, so I could just have that wall come along there. But I'll wait for that to be built first. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording for a little bit. Let some more time pass. I am trying to prioritize the construction of the beds. Right now, the wool mattresses are way up the top, and as well as the cotton bags, but still, not much is being done, unfortunately. We seem to have more wool string and wool padding than anything else, and I'm not really sure what's going on there, and I really don't know what's going on there. My goodness. Let's just suspend that for a little while, shall we? There we go. Let's not have any shenanigans going on here. Will you go back to work in there properly? I hope so. Oh, the other thing I've done is I have set up these sapphire rings made of malachite and these just basic malachite rings. There's probably not too much reason for us to go ahead and make them all out of silver. What on earth is going on? But by letting the silver be used on the walls and the statues, we should be able to rise the value of the Great Hall much, much sooner. And by using malachite for this, we're not going to see that much of a value drop, I don't think. We will notice a little bit less value there, but because we're using something that I'm not really using on anything else, I can make a lot of them to compensate for the fact that each one is not worth quite as much. Ooh, what have we got? Merchant from the Musical Tooth. Oh, fantastic. We'll buy some more silver off you, sir. And maybe some coal. Please stop wigging out. I don't know what's going wrong. Let me suspend this as well for a moment. There we go. And now let's unsuspend it. And hopefully you don't go mad. Okay, looks like there is a bare minimum of madness going on right now. I approve. Right, are you the merchant from the Musical Tooth? Yes, it would appear you are. Fantastic. Let's take all the coal, take all of the iron ore, and all of the silver ore. Now, do we want anything else? We do actually want a bit of copper. That's expensive. Let's take 20 for now. We'll have a look at buying more if we must. We don't need more malachite because we've got so much of that right now. We're still not really working through it too fast, but now we should be able to sell off quite a lot to you. Sell off all of the emu hide, I think. In fact, we'll sell off all of the alpaca hide as well. It's only the yak hide I really care about right now. So we'll get rid of that. Strawberry seeds. My god, we've got a lot of strawberry seeds. Let's cut that down to... Oops. There we go. Bring that down to 400. Wheat seeds. Again, I really don't think we're going to need that much. So I'm going to cut that down to 800. Cotton seeds, we'll keep it 200. Grape seeds, that's fine. Mushroom seeds, they are being used for our emu, so we want to keep those. Now, we've got a fair bit of wheat grain we don't need. We've got a stupid amount of emu eggs again. So we're going to sell off a fair bit of those. What am I doing? I don't want to sell them all. 63. And we're going to sell 155 of the strawberry seeds. Strawberries, sorry. Now, I'm not going to sell any of the actual poor items because I did that before. We ran out of prepared meals for quite some time. I don't even know if we've recovered yet because they were all being turned into sausages. Unfortunately, without two active chefs, the way I've got the kitchen set up does kind of lead to some shenanigans, but we'll see. We've got plenty of prepared drink though, so I can go ahead and sell the poor of that. No, we'll keep those. Now, as for the skulls, we don't need those, all those. We'll keep the ogre skulls because I can stick them on pikes, and that pleases me. But what else can we sell? We need quite a lot more. Let's have a look. Got cotton bandages, wool bandages, some statuettes. Let's get rid of most of these then. Again, we're getting... Well, I was about to say we're getting quite a lot of nice ones, but then I look at the actual number of poor ones and forced to take that statement back before I even say it. But we do have some masterful statues showing up, at least a little bit more frequently than they used to. Okay, now... Oh, wow. The malachite rings are actually worth virtually nothing. Wow. I'm thinking... Well, at the same... Thing is, even though they're worth a lot less than the sapphire rings, they're still worth something. Much more than the ore that goes into them, I believe. Though, having said that... I may have to check how much ore goes into each bar of malachite. Yeah, I probably will have to check that before I do anything else. Okay, let's see. What else can I sell? I only need a tiny bit more. You may have a fine granite statue. There you go. That's significant gnome bucks more than you really deserve. In fact, I'm going to take back one of the rings. No, I'm not going to take back one of those because that's far too expensive. I'll take back Yeah, I guess I could take back one of you. There we go. That's close enough. I will allow you to keep this value because you are one of my favorite trading partners after all. Now then, let's have a quick look. I need to know how many pieces of ore go into making a bar. It's 2 pieces of malachite ore per bar. Okay. Unless I get 2 of those, and I don't think I do. Yeah, I'm going to cancel just the regular malachite rings. We will only trade gem rings. And that should actually increase the worth reasonably. Now, I'm really not sure what's going on there. Why are our artisans just wigging out over producing coal? I am not sure. Oh no, there we are. It seems to be fixed now. I wonder what was going wrong there. But hopefully we will get the final part of our mirror walls in place. I could even turn that one into a mirror wall, but I don't really like what I would have to do to make it symmetrical. In fact, I can't make it symmetrical, so it would just be a mirror wall out of place. So yeah, I think I'm just going to leave that one as is. But hopefully we will be able to expand the statues that we've got in the Great Hall very soon. And once that's done, yeah, I think we'll have a pretty nice place to work with. We are already 31,000 on the Great Hall. What's our overall kingdom worth? 221,000. I did drop our kingdom worth a little bit with one of the trades I made for a lot of ore. I'm not really sure why it dropped. I wasn't expecting it to drop, and we're back down to 0 prepared meals, damn it. But hopefully we will recover soon. But on that note, I'm going to have to pause this recording for a little bit, so see you in a few minutes. And welcome back to a fight, as is the tradition at this point. I've done a few things off camera. I've gotten this wall building out, and I'm starting to build the rail fence along behind this particular grove. This grove here isn't going to have a view outside, and that's simply because I would rather not have pillars for windows here, and I don't like the idea of having 2 rail fences, one above the other in the same location. Or, well, you know what I mean. So I'm avoiding that one just by building out the wall. Now, we don't seem to have any ogres, though they could all be built up here. No, we've got 1 2-headed ogre. In fact, we've got a couple of soldiers, my goodness. Okay, looks like one of them lost a hand already, alright. Now, I'm interested in knowing how the spike traps are going to affect these guys. However, I have forgotten to ring the alarm bell before bringing you back. Damn it. Alright, well, let's get everyone set up. I'm going to put these guys onto disarm. I just prefer that when fighting goblins. It can save lives. Now, a few other things have been done. The Great Hall has been fleshed out. We've got all the copper statues and the replacement silver statue there. So the Great Hall is actually looking really nice. Let's have a look at its worth. 33,000. That's not bad at all. And down here, I'm continuing with the mining down. And we've hit some copper veins at the moment that I am working my way through. Not that we really need copper, but it's always nice to have, especially if I'm going to be making statues. So I don't think I'm going to be making any more copper statues for now. However, I will point something out. So maybe I will. If we look at these statues, the silver statue here, it's worth 1,300. Now, while this copper statue is worth 1,000, while this one's only worth 500, still, that's pretty impressive, honestly. It was made by Alex Slayer, though. The Sarah one was only worth 500. Let's check that out. Alex Slayer 750 and 500. So Alex Slayer is definitely the better statue maker of the group. Now, right, I'm going to have the Gory Knitters stop training. That should force them to ring the bell. There we go. Now I'm going to set them back to training. They're only going to be training for another day. It's not really going to make that much of a difference, honestly, but still, I would prefer to do it that way. And we'll have the Poisonous Ancients set up over there. And that leaves the Watched Fortifications, our strongest militia squad. Now, let's have a quick look. Ah, damn, I've missed what happened there, but I'm going to slow this down and hopefully catch it in time. Ooh, okay, I don't think I caught it even remotely in time. How are you doing, Goblin Raider? Bleeding from your right leg and right arm. How about you? You are in good health. What about the other? You are missing your left hand, bleeding from your upper body, lower body, and left hand, and has seriously injured his lower body. And that Goblin Raider is dead. Okay. Now, how many have we got here? We've got 4 soldiers and a 2-headed ogre. That is a lot of firepower right there. That is an awful lot of firepower. Well, okay, well, let's see if all of this training is going to count for anything at all. Now, by the looks... Oh. Again, the door closed. Not sure what's happening there. Perhaps when the trap is going off, it's letting them through or something like that. Either way, that has split these guys up a little bit more. So we've only got the healthy... Well, he's not really healthy, he's bleeding. But still, he ran forward ahead of the others. Now, let's let these guys through. As soon as everyone is engaged, I'm going to get everyone into this fight. Right, everyone is engaged, or should be, at this point. So let's get everyone on the 2-headed ogre first and foremost. I feel that is the greatest threat to our steel-clad soldiers. I don't think the others really have enough firepower to get through, but a 2-headed ogre, if it can land a few solid hits on their chest plates, it will go down. Fairly easily, actually. 2-headed ogres are remarkably powerful. Oh, what's happening there? Troll of Reason is being bloodied. How? Bleeding from his upper body, lower body, seriously injured his lower body, has fallen over and is having trouble. Oh my god, really? Get in there quickly. Why is this happening? Ah, crap. Right, everyone get in there. Troll of Reason, please don't die. Get to one of the crates, please. Troll of Reason, are you okay now? Seriously injured his lower body and has fallen over. Okay, well that's still better than bleeding everywhere and not able to breathe. Let's check out your equipment. Bronze shield. You're only holding a shield. Okay. Your breast... okay, your cuirass is gone. Well, that's what happens when steel-equipped or 2-headed ogres decide to start fighting someone who isn't up to the task. Wool padding, wool string. Damn it. Let's just check the events. How many have died? 4 have died. Let's check military and enemies. We have 1 2-headed ogre there. In fact, let's set everything to attack everyone. Alright. Is there anywhere that'll show me injuries? Diplomacy, patches, no. No, nothing there. Population, perhaps? No. Ah, blessed tiger. Right. Let's see how this plays out. Please don't die, Troll of Reason. I would be very, very sad. I know I made a spot for the Honoured Dead on my name list on the Steam group, but I'm kind of happy that there is only 1 person dead on there. Civilians 1, military 0. I'm okay with this. Honestly, I am. You don't need to balance it. I know I'm fairly OCD about balance, but no. It's okay. I don't mind. Okay, let's just check. Right, let's see. Military, enemies. How many are left? Only the 2-headed ogre and this goblin. Bleeding from left leg and has fallen over. He's got the iron sword and ogre leather. He's wielding an ogre leather panel. My lord. Okay, he's gone down, right. He's utterly messed up there. Is that it? Have we survived? Has no one died? Are you sure? I don't trust you, game. Let's make sure of this. No, the 2-headed ogre is still up. Where? Why is not everyone destroying him utterly? I disapprove of this. 2-headed ogre is bleeding from his upper body, lower body, right leg, left foot, right head, right arm, and left arm. The 2-headed ogre has an injured left mouth. Where is he? Is it all happening on one tile or something? My confusion is vast right now. It truly is. Oh my god, really? You fell back and wow. Alright. I accept that you were probably going back in order to re-equip yourself, but that is just craziness. How is it able to follow you? I just don't understand it. Okay, 2-headed ogre is dead. It must have just been so powerful that it just trollololed all its way back there. Even though other people were engaging it, it just kept following. What's this? Ogre leather cuirass. That was pretty rough, honestly. I'm not afraid to admit, I was a little bit panicked there. Oh, wow, you've gone back to... So Prancy's had to go back to some bronze equipment. Bronze breastplate. Oh, my goodness. Your steel breastplate broke. Though you've got steel everything else now, but your steel breastplate broke. That is terrifying. Steel boot. Yeah, you're fully equipped in steel. Okay, well, it's time for me to set this up then to keep 3. Damn. I'm going to wait for the... Well... Maybe what I should do... No, I'll let them replace the breastplate first. Once the breastplate has been replaced, I will set this up to keep 3 of. But that was rough. That was really rough. I'm pretty surprised that we didn't lose anyone there. Especially considering so many people were losing their armor. I mean, you can see how much armor was damaged by the just random bits of cotton and stuff that was on the floor over there, though I can't quite see it now. Oh, there we are. Well, it could have gone worse. Someone could have died. But right now, Sir Prancy is vulnerable. We have very large attack forces of Mants, Goblins, everything else. And until Sir Prancy is back in steel, I am not going to feel comfortable. I'm not going to feel good about this at all. Especially because he seems to always be the one to draw enemy wrath. Lizzie, although she is taunting, I mean, she clearly is. I've seen it happening in the logs. It always seems to be Sir Prancy that they favour. I'm not sure why. Maybe Sir Prancy has a more appetizing smell about him. I really couldn't say. Maybe he looks more plump and juicy. Do you look more plump and juicy? Is there actually? I don't believe there are any things. No, it doesn't give me. If this was Dwarf Fortress, I could check out if you were more plump and juicy, but alas, no. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we will have such description of the gnomes, but someone has passed out from exhaustion. Managed to make it to the dining room and then passed out. Okay. They're still on 0 prepared meals, so that is not good. However, it is the 12th day of autumn, not fall. I was about to say it. You almost tricked me, game. But no. I am going to go ahead and... what's happening there? Oh, you must have... You've roamed over here and you're having one massive brawl. I approve of this. But I think it is time... You can have one day off. Everyone can have one day off. And then on the first day of winter, it will be the acing shelters of camp. Going in there and training. Now, with Aavak no longer training, he should be doing ridiculous amounts of work on the farms. Since he is stupidly fast. It's witchcraft, I believe. Now, what's going on over here? Have we got lots of cotton string? They should be building up quite a lot. Once he's got all of the cotton string he needs, he should start work on cotton bags, perhaps? Ooh, is that what you're doing right now? I can only hope. Where are you off to? What are you going to go and fetch? Right, what are you carrying now then? Let's just check you out. Equipment, cotton. I think it's possible he may be about to make a bag, or maybe padding though. It looks like it is padding. Well, damn. I may take the padding off for a little while in order to prioritize making those bags. Wool padding. Cotton padding. Ah, damn you. Right, we don't want cotton padding, you fool. We're going to have this down to keep 1. Oh, no, that's the wool padding. I do want the wool padding. You can make as much of that as you want, but where's the cotton padding? There we are. Make 1 of those, and then make bags. Damn it. I think when I make the tailoring area, I will probably make room for 2 tailors. That way I can have one that's a fairly low priority and just does random stuff like making padding, and I can easily disable that one. And then have another one that is making the higher tier goods. Because it's a bit annoying having to change the production order in order to prevent something. Instead of simply being able to disable a specific workshop and know that that means that the materials aren't going to be used up in some way that I don't want them to be. Let's see. Not many people using that at the moment. I should probably start to remove those chairs and tables, though. Are you making a bag? Please tell me you're making a bag. I'd be very happy. I'll speed you up. Is that a bag? What? Did you just make a bandage? Oh, you little git. You... I don't know. Let's don't worry about that. It's lying. There's plenty of seeds. Let me check the bandages. I mean, I guess I did tell you to prioritize that above anything else, and I can't really complain too much. Okay, you haven't got too many cotton bandages that you need to make. In fact, you know what? For the sake of getting this bloody bag done, please stop doing this, okay? Just make 200, and I'll rise down back to 256 soon. Goodness gracious me. Now, there are plenty of seeds there for the emus. If we check them, they have got a total food of 121. That is going to last them through the winter. Now, damn it. That would annoy me far too much. I'm afraid I must have accidentally made 2 additional marble troughs. I don't know. As you can see, I've basically doubled the amount of food storage in each pen, simply because I noticed how much yak and alpaca, well, straw we had, and it was crazy. So I figured, well, I may as well just store it in the place where it's going to be used, since that cuts down on the amount of work later on for a Beastmaster. Now, once those are gone, I will replace them with basalt troughs. Damn. Right, they've got a total food of 0, unfortunately. This is one of the problems. Oh. It seems that all troughs share the same colour until they're built. Now, the problem is because the alpaca pasture is a lower priority than the emu or the yak pastures, I really should have factored that into what I was doing, because they filled out the yak pasture and the emu pasture before starting to work on the alpaca pasture, which meant that the alpacas just ate through all of their food. And it was kind of my fault. I do apologize, little alpacas. I don't mean to be a derp. Are you a merchant? Yes, you are. You may leave. There's blood everywhere in my fort. I can't say I approve of this. Alright, let's clean this floor as well. There we go. Right. Get everything cleaned that shouldn't be in that corridor out. I don't want them wielding our armor plates against us. Not that I think that's going to be particularly useful for them. Still, I would prefer it if they weren't. Fantastic. We've actually got some bags going up there. Oh, glorious. At long last, we have bags going up there. Now, hopefully, you will start to fill these out with saplings soon enough, but that may take a little bit of time. I would love it if you would make the mattresses, though, but I think that is probably asking for a bit too much, if I'm perfectly honest. Well, as for the rest of the places, all seems to be going okay. In that case, let's go... Ooh, found more sapphires. Fantastic. Let's continue mining. Want to get all of the copper here that we can. There we go. Anything else found up here? Right now, I'm just going to mine in the... along the veins that I found. In fact, I could probably just take this out. No. Let's, where am I? Okay. We'll draw that out up there, just so I can see where that coal is. Like so. As for down here, though, I'll actually make something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than just random branches everywhere. How about over here? Oh, that's okay. Alright, well, I'm going to leave that for now, then. I will gradually start to build that area out. Ooh. Is it actually winter? Yes, first day of winter. Fantastic. Right. Ace Shelters of Camp. You may now begin to train. Well done. Let us see who that is. Let's Ace Shelters of Camp. We've got Bomberito the Tailor, Ednar the Carpenter, Tamiz the Mason, Alex Slayer the Artisan. That's a shame because we're not going to get any of your fantastic statues, but Sarah will get better. And Ravakeen the Druid. Now, there is one thing with Ednar being there, is that they are the only dedicated carpenter. But the thing with the carpenters is we've got 3 lumberjacks, and lumberjacks will do carpentry work if there's no horticultural work to do, so I think we'll be fine. Man, this place looks lonely. It's so huge, and there's like 3 or 4 people. If there were 3 or 4 people in here, it would look really sociable. But up here? No, not quite anymore. I'm sorry about that. Maybe I should try and get more. No, there's nothing I could do other than get more gnomes. That's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and get more gnomes so that at any one time there's a good couple of you in there. That is all I can do to try and help. Now, what's going on down here? Should be everything going okay. Now we've got 10 sapphire rings queued up. And more silver statues. Let's go and have a look. I think we may... No. No, I'm going to wrap this up here, I think, before I get too distracted by trading. If there are anyone to trade with. There aren't, anyway. So, a bit of a worrying battle there. We lost a good couple of things, though. I think Sir Prancy has finally got his steel breastplate back, and that is fantastic. Let's have a look. Yes. Okay, so our 2 guardsmen are completely equipped with steel now. That means I am going to increase the amount of steel steel armor pieces that I'm trying to keep. So I've always got a surplus of 1 of each part. Well, 1 full suit of steel armor. Once I've done that, I will probably start looking at producing more either bronze or steel armor. Depends really on where our military situation is at the time. But that is it for now. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you will be joining us for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.